the most challenging ethical conflict has to take me outside of the current company. A little over about a decade ago, I actually retired from Citibank, and at the time I had 10 or 12 little companies that I'd started up. I went to run one of them because I figured in a couple of years I could become a billionaire. It was a very simple game plan. It was a company that was in the internet payment space, how to make secure payments using digital certificates, based out in Washington. Great experience, learned a ton, built a pretty neat company, raised about $250 million and was going to take it public. The market began to unwind. We really needed another round, another cash raise. It was on the border as to whether we would have been successful or not. The market was starting to implode at that time. And we had a major customer that was thinking of signing us up to use us. They were up in Washington. I won't say the name, but it's a name that many people know today. It went on to be quite successful. It was in the internet travel space. We could have been a payment mechanism, but they were struggling. They were young. It would have cost quite a bit for them to couple up with us, and they would have made a significant investment. We knew we were on the brink. They didn't. If we signed a contract with them, it probably would have helped us raise money, maybe. Had we signed up and they made the investment and we didn't raise the money, we would have gone bankrupt and maybe taken them with us. Enormous debate around our executive table. Do you tell them? Or do you sit there and just sign the contract and make them a bragging right and try to raise money on the back, and they don't know what they're risking? We didn't go down that route, and we told them our difficulty. They decided not to sign the contract with us. Probably the right decision on their part. But the dilemma, you're looking at an executive team that had a lot of their own money in the company. Do you do the selfish thing that's right in terms of your own pocket, right in terms of, you have employees. I could rationalize it was the right thing not to tell them for the other investors, for the rest of the staff, for the executives who had money in the company. There is a right thing. And there's probably no greater test than entrepreneurship to find out how someone deals with that personal dilemma when you're in the corner, when it's your money. Can you make the right decision? Is there a sense of integrity? Is there a code of behavior that defines who you are? It's one of the reasons I love hiring people who have actually left the big institution and put themselves into that situation. You need to solve. You need to find out what you do when you've got your back against the wall. You can't separate personal moral integrity from corporate moral integrity. And I think a lot of folks think you can. They can talk to their son or their daughter and tell them what's right and wrong, and then go into the office and do things that are 180 degrees differently, and they don't seem to think that those are, that is inappropriate and fundamentally wrong. You need to apply the same standards in the work environment that you do in the personal environment. It's why values and behaviors are so essential in building a great company, is that people understand that what you profess as a company is what management professes as individuals. It takes you down the whole path of why walking the talk, as hackneyed a term as it is so important. And when you take it into the realm of corporate responsibility, you can't credibly tell your folks that diversity is important and then not hire and reward and incentivate in a way that's consistent with that. So this consistency between personal belief and personal integrity and the corporate belief and the corporate integrity is essential to success.